In this video, I will be telling you and showing you some TV shows I think you might like to watch that you maybe haven't seen before. You might have heard and seen all of these TV shows, but you might not have, so let's get started. We have here Chewing the Fat. You should watch it because it's really funny. It's a sketch show and has lots of funny characters. It is a Scottish sketch show, but some people have watched it and reacted to it on YouTube and they seem to really find it funny and enjoy it. Only Fools and Horses we are on to now. One of the best sitcoms the UK has ever produced. Set in London, and it's very funny, about a younger brother and an older brother who move in together into a flat and make dodgy deals to make money. They live with their granddad who sadly dies, so then they move in with their Uncle Albert who sadly dies as well. But this is a great show and I think you should watch it. Still Game, a Scottish sitcom, a spin-off of Chewing the Fat, which has two of the Chewing the Fat characters in it, Jack and Victor, and their friends, Tam and Winston and Isa and Bobby and all the other characters, and it just makes for a funny Scottish sitcom set in the fictional part of Glasgow called Shieldinch. I recommend it. Sorry, not Shieldinch. Sorry. Craiglang, that's where it's set. Getting this mixed up with River City. Craiglang. Rab-C Nesbitt is a great Scottish TV show about a family living in a council estate, the main character being Rab. It's so funny what Rab and his family get up to, and rest in peace to the guy who plays Burnley. I really think that he was so funny in the TV show. An American TV show which is also shown in lots of other countries in the world, including the UK where I'm from, Friends. I recommend you watch Friends as it's really, really funny. My favourite character being Joey. It's so funny. Rest in peace to Matthew Perry who sadly died. The 1% Club is a great TV show. It's basically, what happens is they have 100 people in the studio and they ask them different questions. Each question gets harder and harder until there's only one or two, maybe more people who are lucky enough and make it down to the 1% question, and they get that right and they win the money. But people win a certain amount of money, which I can't remember how much it is, but they get to take it away with them if they choose to stop playing at any moment in the game. The Limmy Show, a unique sketch show with Brian Limond, who is in it, and he's so funny, and so is all the other cast members that are in the show. His unique style of comedy humour is what makes the show great. Father Ted, an Irish sitcom which is very funny about priests or ministers, and it's really, really, really funny. I like when Grandad says drink all the time, it's funny. Two Doors Down, about people living in a place in Scotland where they live 2 doors down from one another and they come and see each other sometimes, and sometimes they'll have dinner with each other, and it's funny. I like the character that Elaine C. Smith plays in this TV show. She is really funny. In the Middle, about a family from America just going through their life, their ups and downs and the things that go on, and it's really funny. The Simpsons. Homer, Marge, Lisa, Bart, Maggie and the cat and dog are all in this TV show, and they're very, very funny. All the episodes are good. The new episodes are okay, but I like the older ones, they're so funny. Malcolm in the Middle, about a family just trying to get through life, with Malcolm being the middle child there, trying to get through his crazy life. Irish sitcom, Mrs. Brown's Boys. Now, this character here, Mrs. Brown, is actually played by a guy and not a woman. Anyway, it's very, very funny, and she does stuff that will surprise you. Lucky there's a Family Guy. Here we are, Family Guy, the Griffins, with Meg and Stewie and Brian and Chris and Lois and Peter, all getting up to things in their weird, crazy life, which is funny. More adult orientated than The Simpsons, but very funny. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Will Smith here. Very, very, very funny. That's where the Carlton dance comes from. And I also like it when they do the Apache dance as well. That's quite funny. Scott Squad with Cameron Mickelson standing and looking proud, and all the other police officers there. It's so funny. It's a mockumentary about the Scottish Police Force, and me and my family watch it and laugh our heads off. Doctor Who's brilliant, been on since 1963, and Ncuti Gatwa is the person who's playing the Doctor right now. I recommend you check it out if you like sci-fi and time travel and robots and aliens and all sorts of other things. Scotch and Rye, an 80s sketch show which is super funny. It's a Scottish one, and it's very, very, very funny. Ricky Fulton there, who is sadly no longer with us, is actually in this, and he's really, really funny. He's what makes the show funny, I think. The American version of The Office, very, very funny. I really do like it. I recommend you watch it. It's just basically people messing about in the office. The British version of The Office here, which is basically the same thing but set in Britain. People messing about in an office. There was more series of the American version than there was of the UK version, but, you know, still very good. Game show catchphrase with this man here, Stephen Mulhern. A catchphrase will come up on the screen, and the contestants have to see if they can guess what they think it is to win money. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire now? I recommend you watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, as it's super good, and I like to see if I can do better than the contestants can with the questions. In 2020, Donald Weir was the man who got a question right and won the £1 million in the UK version, and it had been a long time since someone had won, and there was confetti and everybody was cheering. On the Buses is a late 60s, early 70s TV show, but there was also some On the Buses movies too. It's very funny. It's about bus drivers driving buses, and it's hilarious. Burning Stint is a sketch show set in Scotland, and it's very funny. I like the sketch in the lift when they say 11 and the lift can't understand them, and I also like the one with the 2-litre bottle of ginger too. That was funny. Taskmaster. People take part in different unique tasks, and it's really good. There's also a junior version I recommend. TV show Come Dine With Me. People host dinner parties and other people come and have dinner there and then give them a score out of 10 about how well they think they did, and the person with the highest score is the winner. They take home the money, which I can't remember how much it is they actually get. Friday Night Dinner. About a family that has dinner on a Friday night, and sometimes other family members and friends come and all these weird antics happen, and it's very good. Kitchen Nightmares. Scottish chef Gordon Ramsay comes to people's restaurants to help them turn it around and make them good. And what he finds in some of these restaurants will shock you. The conditions they work in and how unsafe the kitchens actually are, and how the food could probably make people really sick or worse, kill them. The In-Betweeners. It's a good TV show. It's a good funny sitcom, but it's got adult humour in it, and some things are inappropriate, and some things, there might be things in it that some viewers might not like, but I like it, and lots of other people like it. I recommend you watch this one and not the American version, because the American version, don't get me started, it's just not great. No wonder there was only one season. And lastly, Hell's Kitchen, where the red team and the blue team battle it out to try and win and see who's going to win, and the winner gets to work in one of Gordon Ramsay's kitchens, I think. It's really, really good, and I enjoy the show. Gordon Ramsay can be a bit mean to the contestants and even customers that come to the restaurant in it too, but it's very entertaining to watch.